All right. Would you rather cross paths with a random man or a random bear on the hike, starting with you?
I put a bear.
What about you? Around the table?
What did I put?
You put a man.
Oh,
Yeah.
the man.
What about you, Kylie?
Man.
She doesn't. You also wrote you don't know how to handle a bear. So,
Sorry, what was the question?
would you rather cross paths with a random man? Guys, don't be mad at me when the show goes late because y'all just aren't paying attention and I'm having to repeat stuff and et cetera, et cetera. Would you rather cross paths with a random man or a random bear on the hike?
A random bear.
Okay, what about you?
Bear.
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 Wow.
Man.
It's been a while since we've had a panel. Typically, most people say man, but it's been a while since we've really engaged on it. So going around the table, those of you who picked bear, which was every one of you except, I believe,
Yeah, I said
you, Kylie, and you. Why do you pick bear? And why don't you pick man?
I feel like I'd be able to either run or fight back.
Bears are faster than
easier.
humans, but okay.
But like.
Also, bears are stronger than humans.
Okay, here's my thing: is
Fight
like,
back against a bear or
like
running.
I feel like I've been like more traumatized by men than like by bears. I feel like my trauma response would probably outweigh my ability to fight a man.
But how many bears have you encountered in your whole life?
So have you ever been to Yosemite? Because there be bears
Sure.
out there. There be bears out there.
How many bears have you encountered?
I've encountered bears. I can't.
Have you encountered as many bears as you've encountered men?
I've had better experiences with the bears, so I don't know. I feel like just like in terms of realistically, when I was thinking about it, like if I saw a man come up to me in the middle of the forest when I'm on a hike,
It's just a hike.
I'd be a lot scared, like more scared.
More scared.
Yeah, if a random man just came out of the woods on a hike than like a bear, I'd expect the bear to be there.
Have you ever like walked past a man and there's, I don't know, maybe it was just the street, maybe you're at the beach, maybe you were on a hike, I don't know what you do, and nothing happened? Has that happened to you ever?
I mean, like, well, duh, like in the scheme of like life.
Right. Okay. So if we just replaced all the men you've encountered with, like, you're alive today, right?
Yeah. With bears?
If we just replaced all the men you've ever encountered with bears, do you
Then
think
maybe
you'd
I'd
be,
rather
like,
see
alive?
a man. Well, I mean, probably not. Either I wouldn't be alive or I'd be very skilled at handling bears.
Why do you pick bear?
I've been to Yosemite and they just like taught me to just be like scream at the bear. And if I don't know. I think like with the men I've encountered.
So men are more dangerous than bears, is what you're saying?
No, but I just prefer the bear.
You prefer the bear? Okay.
Yeah.
Why do you pick bear?
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I just like bears more compared to men. So, and honestly, men have done worse things than I feel like bears.
Okay. What about you?
That's funny. It's true. Men probably are destroying the world more than bears.
I
but
agree.
Also, on top of that, I'm like a Disney princess, so I probably
using your own logic. Women are no. You don't tell me to. I tell you to show. Women, by this logic, are destroying the world more than bears are too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It
I can't
has
say
to
no.
be true.
I can't say no. I can't say no. But also, I'm like a Disney princess, so I'll become friends with the bear like Mowgli.
Women's rampant consumerism is way more responsible for like environmental damage and global warming than men.
But anyways, I'm like a Disney princess, and I would befriend the bear. I'd probably like somehow connect with it, and I'd be like Mowgli.
We're getting some fucking
and that's actually my dog's
IQ
name,
takes
Mowgli.
tonight. Why do you pick the bear?
I picked the bear because I've just had traumatic experience with men, and I would just rather be with a bear.
Okay. By the way, Felicity, did we go finish the height thing?
Yes.
Everybody, you said 6'2", right?
Yeah.
Bare minimum height for a guy? Okay. Damn, we got some interesting panelists today. All right, so
go into it, Brian. I'm trying to know something.
This whole bear thing is interesting to me.
Wait,
don't engage. Don't engage. So, anyways, I guess my confusion here with the bear is I don't know. Don't you think it's a bit discriminatory or sexist towards men to rather come across a wild, like apex predator over a man? Oh well. Cool. Let's switch it then. What if, would you guys be fine if this question was asked the following way? Would you rather cross paths with a random black person or a random bear? Would you guys be okay with somebody saying, I pick the bear over a black person? Would you be okay with that?
If it was a man, I'd be fine.
You don't know.
I don't know.
No,
what do you mean?
So in this situation, it's not you.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's say there were white people who said, yeah, I'd rather cross paths with a random bear than a black person.
Are they women?
You don't know.
Well, if they were women, then yeah. If they were men, then I'd be like,
It's
why?
a random black person, so it could be a man or a woman. But the reason has nothing to do with the gender. The reason has to do with the race.
Well, that's racist.
So if you pick bear, does that make you sexist?
No.
So, but if it makes you a racist to pick a bear over a black person, why would it not make you a sexist to pick man or pick bear over man?
Because a man can do, like, I feel like as a woman, I'm speaking from like a woman's perspective. In that case, in that scenario, like they're just choosing it because of race. That's racist.
But you're also choosing to pick the bear over a man because it's a man.
I'm choosing a bear over the man because a man can do more things to me than a bear would.
Yeah.
People are choosing
A black person
bear over a black person.
Right, so a black person could do more things to you than a bear could.
Yeah, a black
Whether it's
man.
whether it's a man or a woman.
No, a black. Okay, that's not a black man. Yeah, black woman. No.
Right, but what you're failing to understand here is the person who picks the bear over the black person does so because of their race.
Yeah,
What's wrong with that?
because that's racist.
Right, so then
Okay.
by extension of your logic, it must be sexist to pick the bear over a man
No.
because you're generalizing. You're
I mean,
attributing.
okay, but
So very small proportion. I get that each of you have had individual experiences that were bad with men or whatever, but you do realize like criminality is really small proportion of the population, even of men. So you're basically doing that which you object to if it was done with race, but you're doing
yeah,
it to men.
but 99% of men have no, not 99% of men. Rape cases have been rape has happened because of men, and the statistics are 99% like men over women.
Okay, well, a couple things here. So,
So
even
that's
if that was
one-
true,
It is 99% of men.
Yeah, no, it's not 99% of men. It would be
It's-
of the people that do commit this crime. It's this proportion of men.
99%.
But that's still a very small.
then,
That's
yeah.
a very small proportion. Will you accept this then? If there's greater criminality amongst illegal immigrants, would you accept this as a fair argument for being against illegal immigration?
I am against illegal immigration. What do you mean?
Okay, so then I'll give you a different example then. Oh boy.
Like for
So okay, really
the
quick
most-
on
yeah,
the
for the
rape
most
thing.
part.
So first off, very, very I think it's less than 1% of men would ever commit this crime. You can look at crime statistics that will back this up. Additionally, this is a very convenient feminist statistic. If the definition makes it impossible for the woman to commit the crime, then of course, by definition, if only men can commit the crime, which is the case in a lot of the way that the legally and for criminal justice purposes, the definition makes it impossible for women to commit the crime, wouldn't it make sense then that 99% of people who rape are men?
It's not impossible for women to rape men.
Women,
Like,
hold on.
what?
But if you look at jurisdictional definitions of the crime of rape, it literally is impossible for women women can commit other forms of sexual assault.
Women
but they-
can still rape. Like,
Well,
what do you?
hold on, but when we're looking at crime statistics, we're talking about the legal definition of the crime. So there could be like a understanding of the term rape that is more like a cultural or social understanding of this term, where somebody like sexually assaults a person. But if the legal definition precludes women from being convicted of the crime of rape, then yes, the statistics would reflect that, yeah, a greater proportion of men are rapists because women cannot meet the definition of rape.
Okay.
So I'll try to explain it.
Because
if the
it's
definition,
not,
the definition of rape means that there needs to be a penetrative act, you need to penetrate the other person's body. For example, a woman who like forced herself upon a man and she made him penetrate her, that wouldn't be constituted as rape.
So are you saying, let's say for
under
instance,
the legal definition?
I'm talking about rape overall. We're not like
legal definition. But if the statistics about 99%,
it wasn't okay.
It is the statistics. The statistics are looking at the legal definition. And if you've met the criteria for being culpable under criminal law,
yeah, they should change that.
Women can be guilty of other forms of sexual assault that people might consider to be rape, but in the statistics you're citing to, many jurisdictions do not consider women capable definitionally of raping a man. I know you disagree with that, but it's true by law.
Yeah, but the statistics are like way too high for that. Are you like, it's 99%. So are you saying the statistics are wrong because of
I'm saying that feminists like to cherry pick statistics and they're misleading about the definitions as it relates to the crimes committed.
Okay, what is
or we just weren't informed. Because I didn't know that. That's good.
If it was the case, if it was the case that there was a certain criminal act and we gave that criminal sexual assault a specific term, I don't know, we'll call it muck duck or something, but only women could commit muck duck, then yeah, it would make sense for me to be able to say, well, 99% of women or 99% of muck ducks are committed by women. Well, if the definition itself only basically allows women to commit the crime, then yeah, that would kind of pan out.
Okay, can you please justify how, to the previous conversation with the bear and the man, can you please justify how, let's say a group of people would choose the bear over the black man?
Justify what?
Justify, like, how is that not racist?
Oh, I think it's racist.
Yeah.
I think it's racist, but you have a sort of double standard that you're applying here.
It's not the same thing at all.
It is the same
and you know
thing.
It's not, Brian. Come on.
Well, hold on. So here, I'll paint it this way then. So a lot of women will say they pick the bear. Why do they pick the bear? Well, they had a personal negative experience with a man or multiple men. And then they also hear stories, perhaps on the internet or in news reports, that men are more likely to commit certain assaults or violent acts or whatever it is. And so why couldn't that same justification be used as it relates to rape, as it relates to race? So for example, let's say a white person has been victimized by a black person. Why would it, under your law, I would still think it's racist, because you can't paint with a broad, you can't just say like, this entire group, I'm going to judge this entire group because I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bad experiences with members of that entire group. So what would stop a white person from saying, yes, I was victimized once, twice, 3 times by a black person, and I see all these people online who also have been victimized, white people who have been victimized by black people, and that is now my justification for my racist beliefs.
But what percentage of crimes are made by black people that would have them?
Well, are you sure you want to go down this road?
Yeah.
So if I could present to you crime statistics that indicate that black people are more likely to be if black people are more likely to be overrepresented in certain violent crime statistics, or for example, the fact that black on white crime is orders of magnitude greater than the reverse. So black people are much more likely to assault, to rob, and to murder white people than the reverse.
Okay, but that's not what I was continuing. I'm saying what percentage.
But even saying that, I don't think white people should be racist towards black people.
Yeah.
Even if the statistics seem to indicate that black people are way more likely to assault or murder white people than the reverse.
But like 99%. What's the percentage of crimes made by men overall compared to black men in specific that would have the white group react that way towards a black man? You know, I feel like it's justified for me to choose the bear over the man because most assault crimes have been made by men. So
discrimination is still discrimination. It doesn't matter what religion, sex, what you are.
If it's for my safety, like it's not the same.
It's not about your safety at the end of the day. It's about you.
It quite literally is
making judgments based on one or two bad experiences.
I mean, how many? What's the percentage of murders that are men?
Do you know? Why are you asking these questions?
Because I don't know.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Then why are you asking?
I'm assuming it's a high percentage.
It's not.
Very high of
murders in general.
Murders? Yeah.
No, it's actually really low. Like of overall murders.
Wait,
over women?
What we need to look up is how many people have been killed by bear attacks or men attacks
so
in the forest.
So here's the thing: is that most murders actually happen between married couples.
I'm thinking about it logistically in the sense of like a bear. Like, I don't know. I'd rather take my chances getting shredded up by a bear and like killed and left for dead than like being assaulted or something like that, like sexually.
And that also like
and that goes for anyone like in the middle of the woods. Like I'd be freaked out if I was like
hiking
and someone just
like
came
and
out.
that follows you forever. Like the bear,
I guess really all it is for me is just like I would rather die, right, like get like shredded up by a bear and like mauled than like left with like more trauma or like be like
how are men bigger predators than apex predators? Bears. Like because you're one or two bad experiences.
Well, because they don't they're destroying the world more than bears. Of a man assaulting me comparatively to like a bear,
the likelihood of a hungry bear eating you is really high.
That's what I'm saying.
Wait, if it's a hungry bear and a very sexual man,
I agree.
We need to look at that too.
George donated $100. If I were asked about the bear or man scenario, but it was a woman instead of a man, I would choose the woman because I could ditch her in the woods and avoid a false allegation and jail time.
Get it, Pasty.
That's funny. That's a good response.
You catch and kidnapping charge.
Or he could do that, run away like a sassy man.
In the example, though, where a white person picks a bear over a black person, I think many people in society would recognize that as a sign of racism. But it seems like it's somewhat acceptable for women to express this sort of generalized, broad fear, hatred, sexism, bigotry towards men because of negative past experiences. We wouldn't, by this logic, then you would have to accept that it's reasonable for someone to be racist if they themselves had bad experiences, like a white person had bad experiences with a black person. You would have to justify their racism under your logic. So if we, like for example, if a white person has had a bad experience with a black person, I would be against them being like, them saying, oh, well, my racism is okay because I had a bad experience. If we reject racism based on individual experiences, we should also reject sexism based on individual experiences.
Yeah, but I have no individual experiences like that. I'm going based off of statistics. Like I said, 99%.
But when you do that, you open the door to genuine racists who can cite to crime statistics that indicate that black people are overrepresented in crime. I don't
see it as equivalent at all.
It's literally the same.
No, it's not.
It's absolutely the same.
No.
It's discrimination. Discrimination is discrimination. Look at the definition. It's judging somebody based off of their appearance, sex, race, or religious orientation, etc.
Okay, but me personally, I'm just saying I would choose the bear over the man.
Your personal opinion is sexist.
Okay. That's your opinion.
Look, the bear thing, I think women they greatly underestimate the risk profile of an encounter with a random bear and greatly overestimate the risk profile of an encounter with a random man. But we're going to move on from that. Any disagreements? Let's see. Oh, a woman's past should not matter. So body count. Going around the table, you agree with the statement. Kylie disagrees. Queen D agrees. You agree with the statement. Alex agrees. Sorry. Kylie agrees. Queen D agrees. A fraudulent person agrees.
Oh God.
Katie? Kathy agrees. All right. So why should a woman's past not matter?
Wait, yeah.
Oh, like body count? Because, I mean, in that context, like what I'm thinking of is, because why would it? If you're only with, I mean, like if you're in a committed relationship with that person moving forward and you guys are exclusive and you've like talked about it and you're not seeing anyone else and you're tested all good, then I don't see why it would be an issue, you know, if you're not interacting with anybody else. I feel like it's a personal preference, genuinely. I think that like, I wouldn't say it's wrong to not want to be with someone because they've been with a certain amount of people.
Is a guy insecure?
I personally, I don't see why you would have a problem with it if you are genuinely only being with that person moving forward. You know what I mean? And that's like what you guys agreed on. And you're
kind of baking in all these scenarios where you're only with this person. So you're baking in loyalty. You're baking in that they're clean.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, because those circumstances matter. I feel like my body count would matter a lot more if I had like HIV versus like, you know, like not having anything at all. Because then that's like, well, there's a reason why.
Sure. A woman's past should not matter. Why is that, Kylie?
Oh, I said no, right?
Well, you agree. A woman's past should not matter. Why do you agree?
I don't think it really matters to me. If you're like a nice, respectful person, like it shouldn't really matter.
Queen D?
I don't think it matters as long as you like have a talk with whoever you're with in a committed relationship. Like if you
it should not matter.
Tested, it shouldn't matter.
Okay, so as long as she's clean
and she's honest about it and the partner is like okay with it, it shouldn't matter.
Yep.
I would say the same thing. Honestly, I don't think her past should matter like that. I feel like personality matters more. If she's a good person at heart, then I feel like that matters more.
What about you?
Oh my bad.
You didn't circle this one.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I don't think a woman's past should matter. Honestly, I feel like just have a conversation about getting tested and stuff like that, and just make sure you're safe. That's it, you know?
Okay, so going around the table, if passion and matter, body count doesn't matter, what's your body count?
Oh, yeah, that's crazy. I don't know if I feel comfortable answering that.
Didn't you say it was 2?
Mm-mm. Why did I say that?
Did I?
Definitely not.
I could have
It's not like, it's not high. I don't know. That's not something I really disclose.
Didn't you say it was 2? Chat, didn't she say something in essence or along those lines?
Today?
No. Yeah, I could have sworn she said something about it.
If I did,
I remember the number 2.
Definitely not intentional.
I remember the number 2 for some reason. Can you give us a range?
Single digit.
Did you lose track?
No.
You stopped counting?
No, I had know exactly how many. It's one,
but
it's like single digit, but it'd be hard to lose track at that point.
Ballpark it?
Ballpark. I mean, like what they ballparking it would be like still giving you a number.
Body count?
I can put it like 70.
70. Okay. Body count?
I don't really feel comfortable with that, but single digit as well.
Single digit? But didn't you have a phase where you like hooking up with a bunch of people?
She had a roster.
Yeah, you had a roster, right?
Hooking up with the same person.
You said you had a roster like 7 dudes.
Same, like it's not so many people. Like it was just like I would.
But there was the guy in the ice cream parking lot. There was the boyfriend. There was the other boyfriend. There was the guy who became gay. There was a couple guys you went over to their house and just fucked right away.
I know, but that was like over and over again.
No, but there were different guys.
Yeah, different guys, but like it wasn't.
Did you lose track?
No, I know what it is. It's really close to double digits, so.
9?
I was gonna say that.
All right. Okay. All right. What about you? Body count?
I would say in the 10s, like 13 or so.
13 or so. Okay.
Well, that's actually, I don't want to disclose that. I feel like it's really personal.
It's 30. Okay.
It's what?
She actually told me it's 30.
I never said that. He's lying.
Oh, well, I guess you're going to have to confirm.
You're lying.
Okay. What about you?
Oh, gosh.
I actually never counted, but I know it's double digits at least.
It's up there.
Yeah. I never actually counted.
Triple digits?
It may be. It might be. But I never counted, so I don't know. Personally, that's just what God knows. That's up to, yeah.
So, do you want to ballpark it? Like, is it 50?
And 60? I usually don't say. So I just like, you know what? No, I have no idea. Like,
ballpark, 70 range. Do you want to do 50 to 60? I don't know.
It's been a lot. It's been a lot of energy exchanges, a lot of information exchanges. Yes,
a lot of trauma.
Yeah, a lot of like promiscuous. Like most of it happened when I was younger. That's the thing, because my parents were trying to manifest me to get pregnant, so I could get stuck at home. But let's not talk about that. Yeah, they wanted me to have a teen pregnancy, and they kept trying to manifest it for me. So, but that's before I broke all my curses.
Wait, your parents were trying to manifest you getting pregnant?
Yes, teen pregnancy. Like would say it all the time. Like, you're going to get pregnant. You're going to get pregnant. It's 16. And I wasn't even having sex at the time. So it was crazy. She was just like,
yikes.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways.
Body count?
Mostly happened when I was younger.
I would say around like 40. And just because for me, I didn't know myself when I was younger. And I just would do stuff. So ladies, know your boundaries. Okay.
Okay, 40. What about you?
5 men, 2 women.
Good times.
Oh, yeah.
Good times. This is for everybody.
Multiply it by 3, and that's the real number.
For all of you. All of you. Multiplication here.
We all just got roasted.
Multiplication.
Hey, I live and I learn.
How about this? Has anybody had sex with 2 people in a 24-hour period?
I had 3.
3?
In 24 hours.
I like her honesty. I got to give you props.
Hey, I said me too.
Only once, but...
One time. 3 separate, different, not like a foursome.
Like 2 days, but 24 hours.
Anybody? 2 guys, 24 hours.
Me too.
Kylie?
No. I'm not going to lie.
No,
Bailey?
Yeah, I said, I'm not going to lie. You know how many orgies started in front of me, though, that I didn't join? Let's just go there. But there's a lot of orgies that happened in front of me.
So proud of you.
And I never joined. I was always like the one that would just sit back, whether it's like...
Into the mic.
Sorry.
Don't sit back.
I was always the one that... I think I witnessed like 4 or 5 orgies, and I've always like sat back. So that was interesting. I was like the only one, too, or like maybe there's one other person. Yeah,
how about anybody been with 2 guys in a 72-hour period, so 3 days? Nobody?
Wait, how many?
In 72 hours.
3? Oh.
3, more than one. Oh, Kylie. Raise the high. Be proud. Be proud with your Tinder. Wow. Or wait, no, it wasn't even Tinder. Your Tinder fun. Okay. Body count shouldn't matter. Passion shouldn't matter. Let me ask you guys a question, though. Would you date a guy who previously had sex with men? And I know some of you are going to say yes because, well, looking at Kylie here.
Yes.
Yes? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Previously had sex with men? Okay.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Wow, you're such a homophobe. What about you? How dare you, Ephrata? Would you date a guy here? Would you date a guy who previously had sex with men?
Who, me? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you. Because the order.
That's not I was off. Yes.
Yeah. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not?
No.
Okay, cool. What if does it change anything if they're a bottom?
No.
Ooh. No.
Like still down?
Yeah. I almost made it worse in my head.
Like if they're a bottom, does that change anything? Still would fuck a gay guy?
Well, with me or with the other guy?
No, not a threesome.
Like, no. I mean, like, are they a bottom like when we're together, or just like
you're riding?
You know, were they taking it like that?
They were taking. How about this? They're your preference in terms of how you like sex.
Okay.
But like with men, they're bottoms.
Okay.
Fine with it? Okay.
Yeah.
Would any of you date a guy who previously had sex with prostitutes?
No.
Hold on, going around the table, starting with you.
I don't think so, and I think that's only because I don't think I would be with anyone who paid for sex. I don't know.
What if he was great though, but he just fucked a couple prostitutes back in the day?
I mean, you know what? If that was like really what it was, and like, you know, I don't know, like try something once, I guess. Like that's you.
Say like 10 times.
10 times is a little crazy. How much money are you spending then? Because I feel like
it's not that much money, probably.
Well, I don't know.
It's what, a couple hundred?
Yeah, it's like $200-300.
Couple $100 bucks, probably.
But like what? Like per night though? Like 10 times? Like you investing like thousands of dollars on sex? Like that's a little.
It'd probably be $2,000 or $3,000. 10 different prostitutes. Yeah.
Like that to me just seems financially irresponsible.
We're not going to get straight.
It's like car payment.
Yes, because I know they did.
You know the deal?
They did.
They did. You did.
They did.
You are a prostitute, so you kind of would be fine with it.
Not because of that. Only because I knew they did. They told me. They did that in the past.
Okay.
So it's the honesty.
What about you?
I don't think so, but it depends on the circumstances.
They were just horny, and they needed.
Yes, that's fine.
Well, wait. What would be the other circumstances?
Like if it was like a hobby, like not a hobby, but like if they just kept a sport, they kept doing it.
What about you?
I don't think so.
Wouldn't do it. A frauda?
Absolutely not.
Okay, Bailey.
I guess.
Yeah. Next.
No, but I mean, I would date them because their past don't matter. But at the same time, I would be more aware, and I would feel like that's where communication brings in, and you're like the testing and stuff like that. So as long as there's like awareness on both sides.
Definite red flag. I'm gonna catch that man in my laundry and have to dump him.
Pasty George donated $100. If a woman's past and body count shouldn't matter, then a man's income shouldn't matter.
No.
His
Exactly.
looks, height, or even weight shouldn't matter. His preference for younger women shouldn't matter. Right?
I really agree with this one because the things that women want from men can't really change, like their height. But the things men want from women can change, like taking care of ourselves, going to the gym, etc.
Yep.
Subjective,
We
but
have
no,
Chef
they
Dylan.
shouldn't because it's in the moment.
Yo,
if you're
Pasty,
paying
thank you,
money,
man.
if you're paying money in the moment and you're providing in the moment, the shit is in the past. I mean, like, so you were a prostitute in the past, or you whatever in the past. In the moment, if you guys both stopped and you're just loving each other, that's what it's dependent on.
Yeah, that's
so.
That's
That's
life is.
You
learn as you grow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Here, I'll
I
pull
disagree.
it back up. Chef Dylan, thank you for the big $200 super chat, man. You're a fucking legend. Thank you, man. Chair 2 is not from San Jose. That's the wrong accent. CCP agent.
She's not from there.
Well, she said she didn't, like, she was born in China. She just moved to the U.S. 2 years ago. So she lives in San Jose. Are you a CCP agent? Seems like
You're spying on us, girl.
There's one.
okay. All right. Let's see here. Chloe, transgender individuals do not have a duty to disclose to romantic partners. Queen D, you also agree with that. Kylie, you agree with that. Why is that?
If they find out, they find out. If they don't find out, then
Are you trans?
too bad. Many times I tell guys I told guys I am because
What the fuck?
Why?
Wait.
no, like when too many people try to talk to me and I just don't want to talk to all of them and I use it as an
excuse.
As a go away card.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy. That
Okay. Somebody who has an argument on this though, so do not have a duty to disclose. Kylie, why is that?
I think it's a black and white question. Some people prefer not to tell, which I feel like I can't really speak on because I don't know that type of experience, especially from someone like me who doesn't have a preference for gender, but for other people they do mind. So I feel like that's not really my place to speak on since it's a black and white question. Just people prefer differently.
But knowing that there are people out there who do care about it, shouldn't there be some duty, if you're trans, to let the other person know ahead of time?
Well, I don't know if that's like my place to speak because I'm not trans, so I don't know. But I've heard arguments on both sides being like, I would like to know. I forgot what the reason was that they would like to know, but
So you don't sleep, like if you're straight, so that you don't sleep with a man?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I don't really know how to answer that question.
Okay, Queen, why?
Oh, I think I read the question wrong, so I would like to change my answer.
Well, the next one, a man dating a transgender woman is straight. You agree, you agree, you agree. You three, why is it straight for a man to date a transgender woman?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Because they're women.
Okay.
Because they don't know. They thought they were dating a girl.
Well, hold on. You can know that somebody's trans. And
Sometimes
some people
they don't.
Well, okay, then I think that should be a crime, to be honest, but okay. Kylie, why is it straight for a man to date a transgender woman?
I mean, straight relationships between a man and a woman, but I think people have different opinions on that because it's supposed to be, they say like, oh, biologically male or biologically female. I just see it as male and female, so it doesn't really matter to me.
Well, you can't change your sex.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I mean, even granting that somebody can change their gender, you're still well, here, why don't I ask this? This will maybe simplify things. What is a woman?
It's a really broad question. I don't know. How do
I think it has a really simple answer. But what is a woman? Hold on. No. Wait.
Someone who identifies as a woman? Like
a woman is someone who identifies as a woman.
Yeah.
There's no descriptor there, though.
Well, because like, what would be like?
A cat is something that is a cat. That's not a good definition, is it?
Well, because like, what makes a woman though? Like, because it's.
So yeah, what is a woman?
Yeah, that's what I'm asking.
You don't know? Okay, yeah. What about you? What is a woman?
Someone who born as a woman.
Oh, okay. What about you? What is a woman?
Same with her too.
Someone who is born as a woman.
Yeah.
Wait, same as her?
Yeah.
But then, so a transgender woman was not born as a woman, so she's a man. So are transgender women men?
I don't really know how to answer that or speak on
Well, you
that.
realize like babies aren't coherent enough to understand like gender identity. They can't even speak. So a transgender woman was born male.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But transgender women are not born women.
Yeah.
Because they're male.
Yeah.
But okay, I'll come back to that. What is a woman?
For me, a woman is like who is born with like the biological, like the ovaries and.
Okay.
Such.
What is a woman?
Someone born as a female.
Okay.
Yep. That's biologically a female.
Yeah. A woman that has pussy and titties, you know?
Are you counting like plastic surgery and like there are transgender women?
No, because I think transgender women can change that. That's why they go into, right? Can't they? No, they can't. They can.
Well,
they can. But I think like with transgender or.
So then, under your definition of what is a woman, does a transgender woman fit your definition of what a woman is?
Honestly, I don't really know that type of stuff, to be honest with you, so I couldn't even, I couldn't answer that.
Adult human female.
That's my preferred definition. As it relates to this like straight thing though, my confusion here is, hold on. My confusion is, I mean, to Kylie, a man dating a transgender woman is straight.
I can also change my answer. I don't really.
If you want to, but
I don't know. I just respect what I see on the internet, so.
You shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But look, here's a different question. Can a male become a female?
But they can't become like one.
So, okay, even a male cannot become a female. So we're talking about sex, right? Male and female pertains to sex. Gender, for the sake of the argument, I'll just grant it. Gender is man, woman. Gender identity. People can change their gender identity, I suppose. But it doesn't make you, even if you get surgeries, doesn't make you a female if you you remain a male. So my position on this would be a male dating a male, that can never be heterosexual. Straight is short form slang for heterosexual. So heterosexual, what is this? Pertaining to the opposite sex attraction, other sex attraction. Two males, regardless of their gender identity, that can never be heterosexual. It would always be gay. It would always be homosexual. I'm not making a criticism of that, but it's definitely not straight.